Hey, welcome to Esther Grace Encouragement and Motivational Podcast. The word encouragement means the action of giving someone support, confidence, or hope. The word motivational means designed to promote the desire or willingness to do or achieve something. As I put together this podcast with the help of God, I pray that each time you listen, indeed you will be blessed. The best thing about this podcast is that the words that I share are not my own, but those from and of God. So without the shadow of a doubt, I know we all will be encouraged and motivated. As the title says, our title today is the word intentional. Based on the Oxford Language Dictionary, the word intentional means doing something on purpose, deliberate. We can do a lot of things intentional, but I also want to encourage us today that whatever we do intentional, let us make sure that it gives God glory. Let us engage in things intentionally that it will glorify God. Let's look at Nehemiah. In the Bible, when Nehemiah heard about the ruin of the wall and the state that it was in, he was troubled. And so he made up in his heart that he would go and rebuild the wall. And he did so intentionally. Even when the opposition came from Sanballat and Tobiah, Nehemiah didn't get distracted or gave them any of his time. He continued to build that wall intentional. He didn't matter the opposition that came. Nehemiah didn't give up and didn't give in to any opposition. He intentionally built that wall. Blind Bartimaeus couldn't see Jesus, but realized Jesus was passing by. And so he intentionally started calling out to him, "Son of David, have mercy on me." He didn't stop calling even when others around was telling him to stop his noise. He called out for the better. Why? Because he knew what he wanted, and he continued to call until he was heard. He called with intention. Naaman was a commander, a great man, but he had leprosy and was given the instruction that he should go and dip 7 times in the river Jordan. At first, he was hesitant, and one of his soldiers encouraged him to go and follow the instructions. And so Naaman went and dipped with intention 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times intentionally, and he was healed completely from leprosy. My friends, what is it that you have gotten instructions to do and you are afraid of doing so? Don't be afraid. Remember, God didn't give us the spirit of fear, but love, power, and sound mind. Go ahead and move deliberately. Do it intentionally. Do it with intention. And remember, allow it to glorify God. Do it and give God glory. Do it intentionally. Last but not least, when Lazarus was sick and died, Jesus visited after he was buried. Jesus told them to roll away the stone with the intention to raise Lazarus so that God the Father would be glorified. So Jesus called for Lazarus, intentional, and glorified his Father. Let us remember, whatever we do intentional, please let us make sure it will bring God glory. E&M taken from Nehemiah 4, 2 Kings 5, Mark 10, verse 46 to 52, and St. John 11. Let us pray. Father God, Yahweh God, we thank you today for this reminder that whatever we are going to do, it should be intentionally done and it should bring you glory. Intentional. INTENTIONAL. Platforms. You can find Esther Grace Encouragement and Motivational Podcast on our anchor.fm/Esther Grace, Google.Esther Grace Encouragement and Motivational Podcast, www.breaker.audio/Esther Grace Encouragement and Motivational Podcast, Esther Grace Encouragement and Motivational Podcast .radio public, and Spotify, Facebook.com/Esther Grace Encouragement and Motivational Podcast Group. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Views and feedbacks are always welcome. Remember, the songs playing in the background, I have no rights to. Friends, whatever we're doing, let us do it intentional and make sure it glorifies God. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.